Have you ever felt like everything is falling apart while everyone else seems to have it together? Imagine waking up one morning, expecting an ordinary day, only to find your world spinning out of control. That's exactly what happened to Arjun. His phone buzzed with a failing exam grade. His parents' voices echoed with disappointment, and his closest friend suddenly stopped replying to his messages. It felt as if a storm had swept through his life, leaving chaos in its wake. Yet, as Arjun looked around, everyone else seemed calm, moving through their routines with ease. Why was he the only one struggling to stay afloat? In that moment, Arjun wondered if he'd ever find peace again. Arjun was the kind of student who always tried his best, quietly nurturing big dreams of success and happiness. He pictured himself graduating with honors, making his family proud, and building a life filled with purpose. But lately, those dreams felt distant. The pressure to perform, the fear of letting others down, and the sting of recent failures weighed heavily on his heart. Every missed mark and silent phone call seemed to whisper that he wasn't enough. Still, Arjun clung to the hope that things could change, even as he struggled to find his footing in the chaos surrounding him. One evening, Arjun sat alone at his desk, textbooks open but unread, the silence in his room louder than ever. His grades had slipped further, and the messages from friends had dwindled to nothing. Even his parents, once his biggest supporters, now spoke to him in hushed, worried tones. It felt as if the world had pressed pause on everything good, leaving only the ache of disappointment and the weight of unmet expectations. Time seemed to stretch endlessly, each minute dragging him deeper into a sense of failure. Arjun stared at the ceiling, wondering if things would ever get better or if he was simply stuck in this storm forever. The dreams he once cherished now felt like distant memories, and the hope that had kept him going flickered weakly. In that moment, Arjun wondered if it was even worth trying anymore, or if it was time to let go. Just when Arjun felt most alone, his old science teacher, Mr. Rao, noticed the change in him and invited him for a quiet chat after class. Sensing Arjun's struggle, Mr. Rao didn't offer empty words of encouragement. Instead, he shared a story. "Have you ever heard about the Chinese bamboo tree?" he asked. Arjun shook his head, curiosity flickering in his tired eyes. Mr. Rao explained, "For the first 5 years, you water the bamboo seed, nurture it, and see nothing. No sign of growth above the soil. Most people would give up, thinking their efforts are wasted. But in the 6th year, the bamboo suddenly shoots up, growing over 80 feet in just a few weeks. All that time, it was building strong roots underground, preparing for its moment." He looked at Arjun and smiled gently. "Most people give up before the miracle happens, will you?" The story planted a seed of hope in Arjun's heart. Maybe, just maybe, his struggles were building something unseen, something that would one day break through. Inspired by Mr. Rao's story, Arjun tried to hold on to hope, but reality didn't change overnight. Each day, he woke up expecting to feel different, to see some sign that things were getting better. But his grades didn't magically improve, and his friendships remained distant. It was hard not to envy classmates who seemed to achieve success so quickly, their efforts rewarded almost instantly. Arjun's own progress felt painfully slow, invisible to everyone, including himself. Frustration simmered beneath the surface, tempting him to give up and chase easier paths. Yet, in quiet moments, he remembered the bamboo tree and found the strength to keep going. He celebrated small victories, a completed assignment, a kind word from a teacher, a moment of laughter with a classmate. These glimpses of progress, though tiny, reminded him that growth often happens beneath the surface, hidden from view, but no less real or important. Slowly, Arjun realized that waiting for the storm to pass wasn't enough. He needed to find calm within himself. He began with small, intentional steps. Each morning, he spent a few minutes journaling, pouring his worries and hopes onto paper. When anxiety crept in, he practiced deep breathing, letting each breath anchor him in the present moment. Instead of focusing on what he couldn't control, Arjun started to notice the little things he could, like showing up to class, finishing a chapter, or simply listening to a friend who needed support. He discovered that helping others brought him a sense of peace, even when his own problems felt overwhelming. Gradually, the chaos around him seemed less threatening. Arjun wasn't immune to setbacks, but he no longer let them define his days. He learned to celebrate small wins, to forgive himself for mistakes, and to trust that growth was happening, even if he couldn't see it yet. In embracing these habits, Arjun found a quiet strength, a calm center that helped him weather any storm. Months passed, and slowly, the world around Arjun began to change. His grades, once a source of shame, started to climb as he applied himself with renewed focus. The friends who had drifted away noticed his quiet determination and began reaching out again, drawn to the calm confidence he now carried. Even his parents, once worried and distant, smiled with pride as they saw the effort he put into every day. The boy who once felt lost in the storm now stood taller, his setbacks transformed into stepping stones. Looking back, Arjun could hardly believe how far he'd come. The pain and frustration that once seemed endless had given way to growth and self-belief. Imagine if Arjun had quit, he would have missed this breakthrough, this moment of triumph that made every struggle worthwhile. The contrast was clear. The storm had not defeated him. It had shaped him. Arjun realized that patience and time had been his greatest allies, and that true growth often blooms quietly, only revealing its beauty to those who refuse to give up. Looking back, Arjun realized that the hardest days had taught him the most. Patience wasn't just about waiting, it was about trusting that every effort, no matter how small, was building something greater beneath the surface. Time, he learned, was not his enemy but his silent partner, working quietly in the background. Arjun wanted others to know that storms don't last forever and that growth often happens when you least expect it. If you're struggling, remember that your journey is unfolding in its own time. Don't rush the process or compare your path to others. Trust yourself, keep moving forward, and let patience be your guide. Your breakthrough might be closer than you think. Now, I invite you to look at your own life. What storm are you facing? How will you be the calm in the middle of it? Remember, don't let impatience steal your breakthrough. Your time is coming. Share your story in the comments below and let others know they're not alone. Together, we can inspire each other to hold on, trust the process, and become stronger with every challenge we face. Remember, every storm eventually passes, but the strength and wisdom you gain will stay with you for a lifetime. Keep believing in yourself and trust that brighter days are ahead. If this story inspired you, subscribe for more uplifting tales. Together, let's keep growing, learning, and finding calm in every storm.